Okay, joined by Hannah Hegarty. Hannah, it's been a crazy few months, obviously with the lack of game time, a lack of training time. You're back training and playing with the club over the past few weeks. How have you found the last few months in terms of getting your head around the lack of training and then obviously being back the last few weeks?
It's been a bit of a roller coaster. You went from we're off for 2 weeks to we're off for 8, 9, 10, and then geez, are we even having a season this year, to your season starts in 2 weeks, get back on the pitch and start training. So it's been kind of back and forth, but not manageable. We'll call it. I'm really enjoying the past few weeks back. The weeks off reminded you how much you would miss it when you don't have it there. So been really grateful that we've been able to get back out on the pitch and with the team and everything. So
Probably a few positives to take though from the time off that you've had this year, because I mean you might normally get April, May, June off. Obviously it wasn't in the best of circumstances, but certainly you can probably take some positives out of that in terms of being fresh now for the rest of the year.
Absolutely. Like any niggles that kind of people were carrying that you could push through, but you were just carrying it along all the time. You've been able to give them the chance to recover, do the rehab that you might have needed, and get the recovery in. Normally you'd be training 5-6 days of the week with very little time off, whereas now you could get the relaxation and the extra sleep that you'd been needed. So biggest silver lining was that we did get that chance to kind of have a break from the stresses of kind of exercise and stuff and team training and stuff. Yeah,
But still a big relief, I'm sure, to get back, like you mentioned already, back at the end of June, when things come back into action in terms of training, and then obviously playing the last few weeks as well. Big relief, I'm sure, for yourself to get back out onto the pitch.
Absolutely. I mean, the start of the lockdown, we were all geared up, kind of ready to do the individual training sessions, but when it came towards the end of it, it really made you appreciate having a team around you at certain stages of a training session, like pushing yourself to do those extra sprints or go the extra pace for a ball out on the pitch on your own was tough. So being back up and kind of having a whole team atmosphere around you, it's been great.
Inter-county season obviously starts in October and hopefully going into November, etc. How different a year will it be this year? Obviously playing in very different conditions than you would normally be playing Championship.
Very different. It's almost like you're playing the league twice now, because you're playing at the kind of nastier season ends of the year, but again, silver lining is that the season is still going ahead in some capacity, not to what we were expecting, but at least we still do get a chance to represent Dublin for a championship season this year. So it won't be in the nice sunny weather that you'd normally hope for in June and July, but better than nothing at the same time.
And finally, you've had obviously a new management team this year. How have they? I'm sure they've been in touch with you over the past few months as well, in terms of keeping in touch with you from the Dublin side of things. In terms of Zoom calls and all that kind of thing, I'm sure,
like the rest of the country, yeah, we definitely did our Zoom calls to a degree. Once the club started back, the lads actually, they did give us that kind of headspace for just focusing on club. Obviously they kept in touch in terms of being on your toes, ready to be hitting the ground running when we do get back as a panel in September, October, when we can start training again. But they have given us the space to just focus on the club. Obviously the tactical side of things is always at the back of our mind, but no, they've been really great, not kind of expecting too much from you at a time when there's very little that we can actually give back to the county for the moment. So staying on top of our own training with our clubs and fitness and all that on our own, that's been their main push for us for the next few weeks, which is, it's manageable for now.